What's up, y'all? My name's Patrick Ryan, and this is CrossForge Gaming Talking Heads. Last week, I told you all about how Microsoft had announced that all new games on day one, at least new first party games on day one, were going to be coming to Xbox Game Pass. Game Pass is their $10 a month sort of Netflix like subscription service for their video games. It's fantastic for consumers. This is something that it's gonna really help consumers be able to play games that they otherwise normally wouldn't be able to afford. You can pay $10 a month, play the new Halo campaign, and a little bit of multiplayer. And then when you're done with it, you stop paying your subscription, and that's it. You don't have to go trade the game in. But of course, this has made retailers pretty upset, and completely understandable why that is. So first of all, it's super bad for GameStop. GameStop makes the vast majority of their money off of sales of used games. If people aren't buying games, they don't have games to trade in. And then GameStop doesn't have games to sell back to you at a ridiculous markup. So this is really bad for GameStop. But it's also bad for other retailers that aren't making money off of used games, like Best Buy and Target and Walmart and Amazon. These companies don't make a whole lot of money off of selling Xbox or Switch or PlayStation hardware. They might make a couple of bucks here and there, after they pay to have it shipped and to display it out on the floor and to pay somebody to ring it up for you, and the credit card swiping fee. That they don't make a whole ton of money off of that. What they do make money off of is the software. And I've heard from some people, and don't take my word for it. If you really are interested in this, I'm sure you can Google it. But I have heard that the return on Xbox games, is particularly from Microsoft, is generally a lot better than it is from Sony and Nintendo, which basically means when Target sells a copy of Gears of War, they get to keep a bigger portion of that sale than they would of, say, Super Mario Odyssey or Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know what those numbers are, and I don't even know that that's absolutely true. I've just heard from people who work in retail that this is the case. This has been a way that Target can sell an Xbox One X, and maybe they'll go ahead and throw in a free game, but they know that you're going to come back and you're going to buy more games, and you're going to buy gift cards and things like that Target makes a significantly larger amount of money off of than they do console. Well, now you come into Target, you buy your Xbox One X or your Xbox One S, or whatever it is you're buying, and then you go home and you buy a Game Pass subscription. You never come back into Target and buy another Xbox game. It's not necessary. You get Game Pass and you're done. And this is not sitting well with retailers. I don't know of any that this is happening here in the States, but I know over in the UK and in Australia, there's at least one retailer in each of those regions who has just said, we're not selling Xbox hardware anymore. I'm sure Microsoft saw this coming. They probably have some plan to fix this. They do have Microsoft stores that you could just buy it from. Those aren't nearly as kind of everywhere as even like Apple stores, and Apple stores are by far not in every city. Like, I can think of the location of 3, and none of them are near me. Like, my nearest Apple store is probably an hour or so drive away from here, maybe even longer than that. But maybe they're planning on expanding their stores. Maybe they're just planning on you getting on the website and they'll ship you one, and they'll overnight it to you, and they won't charge you for the shipping or whatever, because it's the same thing that goes for Target and Walmart goes for Microsoft. Microsoft's not making a killing off of selling you Xbox hardware. In fact, the reason why the margins are so low to retailers is because the margins are so low for the console manufacturer. In a lot of cases, the console manufacturer eats money every time they sell one of these, because they know they're going to make the money back selling you software. So this has put retailers in a spot, and the retailers are fighting back, and they're like, hey, you're taking away how we make our money off of you, so we're not going to sell your console anymore, at least overseas. As far as I know, it hasn't happened here yet, although a lot of you may remember, for a real long time, you couldn't find Nintendo hardware on Amazon. We never really got a good reason, like an explanation for it. I just know that it was a thing. This is going to be interesting to see how how this goes, because Microsoft's making this really big push. I'm sure Nintendo and Sony would love to find a way to be able to cut the retailers out of the equation, but they need the retailers to sell hardware. So it's going to be an interesting next few months and even few years as the gaming landscape changes dramatically. Tell me what you think. If you got some comments, comment in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe, click the bell icon, check us out on Twitch and Patreon and all the other places. You can find all those links in the description below. Love you guys. This has been CrossForge Gaming Talking Heads. I'm Patrick Ryan, and I will see you around.